Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? So, we are on the JetPunk website, and I am going to take this Europe capitals quiz, in which I try to guess the capital cities of every country in Europe. Can you do it? I don't know, can I? Okay, here are all of the countries in Europe, and what we're going to do is we are going to fill all of them in. So I want you to play along as well. Give me a total, try and do them as I do them, and what we'll basically do is we will compare our scores. I'm hoping for a full score here, no pressure. But this is an ASMR video, so I've turned the time off. And I think to make it a bit harder, I've already done Paris, but I think what I'll do is I might try and do them in alphabetical order. We'll see. Maybe I can't do it that way. I'm already thinking about Albania's. And I've drawn a blank, but it'll come to me later. So I've already guessed 1 out of 45 to check it worked, and it did. So in France, Paris, which is the most visited city in the world, I think, for tourism. Certainly it is in Europe, but I think it is, if not the number one, then it's very, very high in the entire world. So, are you ready? This is an ASMR video, so we're going to be nice and chilled and relaxed, and I'm going to talk quite a lot as I fill in the answers and not being timed or anything. I'm just going to take my time. Maybe you can learn them all as I try and test myself. Okay, enter capital city here. What is Albania's? It's not a very good start, is it? I'm going to skip Albania and come back to it. Okay, Andorra is Andorra la Vella. So I think Andorra will just do. Oh no, it wants the whole one. Andorra la Vella. Yes. Okay, Austria. I'm assuming they're going to be what we consider them in English, so not Wien, but Vienna. Belarus, that country which is next door to Russia and just to the north of Ukraine, is Minsk. Then we have Belgium. So Belgium's capital, the bilingual capital, is Brussels. I was deciding on which spelling to do. I was getting confused with the French Bruxelles. So Brussels. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Oh yes, that would be Sarajevo. When I was in Slovenia once, we went to this restaurant called Sarajevo, 1986, 84, 86. Oh my god, it was insane. It was so good. Basically, the only thing you can order is sausages and bread. And it just comes to you like all these different types of sausages with some like naan bread. And it's just amazing. Unfortunately, nowadays I'm trying to be a pescatarian and avoid lots of pork, because the pork industry, well, is terrible. Or the animal industry is, as I'm trying to be a pescatarian in general. But yeah, the sausages in that place were incredible. Okay, Bulgaria. Now, I used to mispronounce this. Well, I think in English we call it Sofia, but my Bulgarian friend says it's pronounced Sofia, with the accent on the O, Sofia. So that's where I think, it's not confirmed yet, but we could have Eurovision next year. Croatia, across the sea from Italy. Croatia's capital is Zagreb. I nearly went once when I was in Slovenia, but I missed the train, and it was quite a long journey. Czechia, or the Czech Republic, I've been there, it's Prague. You have have St. Wenceslas's square with the clock, and every hour the little figurines come out and do a little sort of dance and then go back in. It's very fun. Denmark. So this is Copenhagen, or in Danish you say København, because Hagen comes from the word for like a harbour, I think. København, I think is a harbour. Oh, maybe it's not actually. I always assumed it was. I've been there. I went to see the Little Mermaid statue, and it wasn't beheaded or defaced at that point in time. I talked about this in a previous video, but basically the Danish just kind of vandalised this Little Mermaid statue constantly. It's quite funny. Estonia's capital is Tallinn with a double L. Tallinn, no. Double N. Oh, double L, double N. Okay. Tallinn. Finland, I've technically been there. Helsinki. But it was just to change at the airport, which is a really cool Moomin's shop. I love the Moomins. So I got a couple of memorabilia. It's like, I think I got a soft toy and a fridge magnet from this Moomin shop. Because the Moomins are, of course, Finnish. Was the author Tove Jansson? I think she was one of the Swedish-speaking Finns. So yeah, I was going to China, I think, and I had to change there to fly to Beijing. Germany. I've been to Berlin twice. It's very artsy, very cool. I remember walking through the eastern side, and there was like this loads of like old cinemas in like rubble buildings and stuff. Maybe it's all cleaned up now. This was like 2000, and it wasn't long after the wall came down, to be honest. And there was this art studio. It was a Friday night, and we were just like coming from the restaurant. We had some Italian food, and we were going to have some drinks. And we saw this person doing some random welding. So we went in and watched, and there were loads of people just watching this person welding at like 10 o'clock on a Friday night, welding some art structures, some metal into sort of sculpture. It was bizarre. It's like only in Berlin would this happen. Greece. The capital is Athens. Never been to Athens. I would love to go for the necropolis and, oh no, not the necropolis, the Pantheon. Is it the Pantheon? The old structures anyway. Absolutely stunning place. Just can't go in the summer because I can't manage the heat. It's like so hot. I went to Rhodes, which is one of the islands of Greece, and it was like 40 degrees. I thought I was going to die. Pale Welsh people aren't suited to 40 degrees. Anything over 18 degrees Celsius, and I think I'm going to melt. Hungary, I have been to. It's Budapest, because an S makes a sh sound in Hungarian, Budapest, and it's basically the river, the Danube, I believe, runs through, and at one point Buda was on one side of the river, and Pest was the other, and then they sort of grew into one larger city, which then became the capital of Hungary. So that's Budapest. Iceland. Iceland I've never been. I want to go. Oh gosh, spelling. Reykjavik. Reykjavik, oh thank God. Reykjavik. I think it's one of the most expensive capitals in Europe to visit, in terms of like how expensive food, lodging and drinks are. I think the most expensive might be Oslo in Norway though. Ireland, Dublin I've been to. Dublin was really expensive actually. I stupidly did the foreigner thing and went for a drink in Temple Bar, and Temple Bar is like the most expensive place to have a drink in the entire country. Why I did that, This was back in like 2007, and I basically took like, because back then you could go out on £20, you could go for a night out. So I took, I think it was like €20 to buy a round of drinks, and I came back with like €2. I was like, oh my god, this is so expensive. Obviously that's nothing compared to now, but at the time it was really expensive. Italy. I've been to Rome once, loved it. Particularly the Colosseum, which I did a tour of. It's absolutely fascinating. There's like so much history there. And then the place called the Forum, where you walk down from the Colosseum and you just walk through all the old preserved Latin sort of Roman buildings. Absolutely stunning. Kosovo is Pristina. No, I've never been to Pristina. Latvia is Riga, I believe. Yes, never been there. Liechtenstein, oh gosh. The capital of Liechtenstein is so small. Is it just like Liechtenstein? Is it a city, or? I've got a horrible feeling this one's going to catch me out. Is Liechtenstein the capital of Liechtenstein? No. Oh dear. I don't know if I know it. I will come back to that. Lithuania is so Tallinn is Estonia, Riga, and then Lithuania. I do know it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Shall I skip and come back? I'll skip and come back. Oh, is it coming to me? Vilnius. Vilnius, never been. Luxembourg, I believe it's Luxembourg City. One of the richest countries in Europe, along with San Marino, I believe. Malta is Valletta. Is it double L or double T or both? Yes, double L and double T. Valletta, which I think my mother went to recently, and she said it was absolutely stunning. So I really want to go. Moldova. Moldova. Chisinau. Chisinau. So, in Romanian or Moldovan, which is the same language, the CH is actually K, because the CI would be Ch. So it's not Chisinau. This little cedilla underneath the S makes it a sh sound, and the thing over the A makes it more of a, it's not Chisinau, it's Chisinau, is it? Chisinau, 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 I can't remember how to pronounce that bit. Monaco is just Monaco, it's a city and country. Montenegro is Podgorica. Which I think translates as something like under the mountain or below, in the shadow of the mountain, because Montenegro means black mountain. In like Latin, or definitely in Spanish at least, Montenegro. So yeah, like Crna is the word in Montenegrin, I think that's the language. Okay, Netherlands. Technically, we're going to say Amsterdam. But some people argue that The Hague covers a bit of the duty of a capital city because the parliament is there, not in Amsterdam. But officially it's Amsterdam. North Macedonia is Skopje. Never been. Oh, I've been to Amsterdam. I didn't like it that much. And my really close friend is from Amsterdam, and he was so offended. I prefer The Hague, and I much prefer Utrecht, which they call Little Amsterdam, because Amsterdam is like full of tourists, and no one ever goes to Utrecht. And Utrecht has all the things that Amsterdam has, all the canals, all the pretty buildings, but it's like smaller, easier to get around, and there's like no tourists there at all. Okay, Norway is Oslo. We talked about the fact that it's like really expensive. I think back in like 2000 something, it was, I've never been, but I read somewhere it was about £10 for a pint of beer, which was 3 times the amount it was in the UK at the time. So as beer in the UK is now about £6 a pint, I can only imagine what it is in Norway. Poland. Poland's capital is Warsaw. Warsaw. Poland's a country I've not had the pleasure of visiting yet. ... But I really want to go. Okay, Portugal. Portugal's capital is Lisbon, and I spent a summer there once doing a Portuguese 3-week intensive course. I can confirm it is absolutely beautiful. People say that Porto is stunning as well. It's the second city, but I can tell you that Lisbon is absolutely beautiful. Okay, Romania, that's Bucharest. How do I spell it? Bucharest. Yeah, Bucharest. That's another really pretty, very, very pretty city. Stunning buildings. Okay, Russia, Moscow. I've never been, even though I did part of my degree in Russian. I've never been to Russia, and obviously there are Moscow. Moscow's also one of the most expensive cities to live in. Yeah, it can be very expensive there. San Marino, one of the richest countries, along with Luxembourg. I think San Marino is similar to Monaco, just a city in a country on top of a hill, I believe. Serbia. Serbia's capital is Belgrade, which roughly translates to White City. I think Bel as in Belo, and grade as in Grad. In Serbian it's Beograd, because in Serbian they don't like to end a word with an L, like it would be in, say, Russian, Bieli. So they have an O instead, so like it's Beo. But I remember being corrected on this, and I haven't remembered what the person said. I think they said, no, it's not that. It doesn't mean that. Oh, am I thinking of something else? Oh, I think I'm thinking of Belarus. Because I said it means White Russia, and they're like, no, Rus isn't Russia. It's the Rus, like the original that started in Kiev, in Ukraine, the Rus people. And it's the white version of the Rus, not Russia, where Russian comes from the Rus. Let me know in the comment section if I'm talking garbage. Slovakia, Bratislava. Bratislava is so close to Vienna, and also I think Hungary's capital is really, really close as well, Budapest. I think the three of them are really, really bunched together. Slovenia, I've been here. It's Ljubljana, but it's spelled like this. Ljubljana. So because I'm a comedian, I often jokingly call it Ljubljana. I'm so funny. So Ljubljana, don't know the origin of that word. I always assumed that Slovenian was really, really close to Serbian, Croat, Montenegrin, Bosnian, but it's actually much different to them. And I think like an average Croatian from Zagreb, not from a town near the border where they have like a different dialect, but someone who speaks like just regular book standard Croatian, maybe from Zagreb, would only understand like maybe 60% of what Slovenian is saying. And Slovenian also has like the dual in it, so they have a singular a dual and plural for more than two, which I think doesn't really exist in any other European language, and still exists in Hebrew and Arabic. So that's a curious sort of grammar trait that Slovenia's held on to. Okay, Spain next. I've been here several times. Madrid. Madrid's kind of got this thing in Spanish. I can't quite remember what it is. Let me see if I can think aloud and say it. It's something like, I want to say, 8 meses de invierno, 4 meses de infierno, or something. I can't remember the numbers, but there's something like 8 months of winter and 4 months of hell, because it's on this really high plateau called a meseta in Spanish, and I think it's one of the highest capitals in Europe, bizarrely, because like if you think about Spain, think of it as like a cube. It goes up, and it's a flat plane. It's not like on a mountaintop. And Madrid is up there, and because it's so high, it's very cold in the winter. But then, because it's such a southerly, sort of closer to the equator than most European countries, it's boiling hot in the summer, like really hot. So Spanish people say, like, you know, so-and-so months of winter, so-and-so months of hell, infierno, because it's so hot, then you don't want to be there either. But it's a sort of, it's one of those capitals that was chosen. There were several other capitals of Spain, but they eventually settled on Madrid because it's bang centre of the entire country. Yeah, so that's why they chose it, but I don't think it's like the best place for a capital. However, it is one of my favourite capitals in the world, because you go there and it's just so chilled, because it doesn't feel like a really busy, like all the tourists go to Barcelona, the other tourists are heading to like the coast. If there aren't that many tourists there, and if they are, they're in all the museums and stuff, and they're a bit more, I don't know, cultured and city, like there's nowhere near the beach. So if you go to Madrid, you mean to go to Madrid. And it's just so much more relaxed. It's nothing like Paris or Rome, which are, you know, chaotic and busy. Madrid's just like really chill. It's like, you know, it doesn't feel like a capital city at all. It's very pleasant to visit. It does rain a lot there though. Every time I've been to Madrid, it's like poured down with rain. Sweden, Stockholm. I went once and it rained. Stockholm's quite high up, so it does snow quite a lot there as well. Compared to in the south, like in Malmö, which is really, really south and doesn't snow that much. Switzerland, now, this one is going to catch me up because Switzerland's got 3, so it depends what you mean. So we talked about the Netherlands earlier on having Amsterdam as most things, but the parliament being in The Hague. Switzerland is a bunch of cantons, and to show that they don't favour one or the other, particularly because they have 4 different languages: French, German, Italian, and their own language. It was named Romansh, I think it's called. It's a version of Latin that with lots of old sort of Celtic. It's a very, I can't understand a word, and it's not like Italian at all. So Switzerland, is it going to be Bern or Zurich? Okay, it accepts Bern, but Zurich is like the financial capital. Bern's got something, and then I think not Lausanne. What's the one over Geneva? They share different responsibilities. The financial is one place, the political is the other, and whatever the third branch of government is, they share it out amongst the country. Ukraine is Kiev. Oh, I spelt it in the old way, sorry. Kiev. And it's a beautiful city. I really, really want to go. Obviously I can't at the minute. I'm hoping afterwards, after everything's finished, that I can go. Because it is a beautiful place, and I'd like to, you know, spend my money there to improve the economy. United Kingdom, of course, is London. I used to live up the road from London. It was like literally half an hour on the train, so I'd go in once a month minimum. It's one of my favourite cities, I gotta be honest. It is a lovely place, so multicultural, so international. You can eat any food of the world there, hear every language spoken. Londoners get a bit of bad rep. They are quite nice. I've always liked Londoners. And yeah, I think that London is a really, really nice place. Vatican City, I'm assuming, is the Vatican. Yeah, the Vatican City is the Vatican. Okay, let's go back and fill in the gaps then. I'm worrying about Liechtenstein. Nothing's coming to me. Albania is... Oh my goodness. I've gone blank. Albania... I'm going to go through the alphabet in my head. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Shqipëria is the name of Albania in Albanian. S-T, Tirana. I always do that when I can't think of something. I just go from the alphabet. It usually works. Tirana, never been. It's apparently becoming a bit of a tourist destination now, and because everywhere else in Europe is so expensive, places that used to be sort of untouched, like Croatia, is now super expensive to visit. So apparently the new destination for braver travellers is Tirana. And then Liechtenstein. This is going to be my undoing. If it's not Liechtenstein, it's going to be something really random. What is it? I didn't think Liechtenstein was that big to have. I thought it was going to be the same as, you know, Monaco, San Marino, Vatican, Andorra, just Luxembourg all have the same name. I think I'm going to have to give up on this one, because I do sort of know it, and it's something very complicated and I can't think what it is. I think it's in German. It's not... I'm going to give up. Because otherwise you're just going to be here for 20 minutes with me thinking about what this is. Is it something Berg? They won't accept my answer. Okay, I'm going to formally give up. I got 44. Did you do better than me? Let me know in a comment below. Like the video, subscribe. Here we go, give up. Vaduz. Oh, it's the name of the football club. I should know that. Yes, FC Vaduz, which play in the Swiss league. They are obviously from the capital of Liechtenstein. Let's see if that one... Oh, it was the hardest one. 42% of people got it. I got something... Well, I got all the others, obviously. Apparently the hardest were Montenegro, Moldova, and Kosovo. There we are. So that's your full list to learn if you didn't know them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm doing a lot more like quizzes and interactive content nowadays. I'm getting some nice comments, so if you're enjoying the slight change to programming on this channel, then let me know in a comment. I'm not abandoning what I used to do before. I'll still look at maps and tour guides. I've got loads of tour guides. I found some in a charity shop, second-hand shop the other day, so I've got some really nice ones to show you. But yeah, I'm just trying to do a little bit more quizzes and interactive content for you to play along. I hope you like it. Do let me know in a comment if you are, and whether you want me to continue doing so much. I'm not abandoning anything though. Everything's going to be the same as it was, just a little bit more of this type of stuff. Tell me what you'd like me to do next. Maybe countries of the world or flags. Let me know. There's lots on this website that we can exploit and have fun with. And lastly, don't forget me out. Don't forget me out. Don't forget me on Patreon. There are 2 extra videos a month. One of me just chatting and catching up with you and telling you how my month has gone, and the second one is another map content related video. I released one on the weekend for this month, and that was a deep dive into Kosovo and Somaliland, 2 disputed countries, and I wanted to explore why they were disputed and to learn a little bit more about them. So that video is on Patreon now for Patreon users. I've been doing this for about 2 years, releasing 2 videos a month, so there's like about 48 videos on there that you've never seen before. Choose the lowest tier. I'm not greedy, just it's £1 or €1, $1. Join up. There's 50 videos you can catch up on, and yeah, just enjoy. Okay, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care. See you soon, and bye.